The Rising of the Shield Hero, Volume 5, Chapter 102, Hero Conference During. Next, please inform each hero dono of the problems pointed out from each other's comrades, Degojaru. Raftalia did that at my place. Moriyasu is a skirt chaser and has coordination problems and focuses on training his juniors. Itsuki likes to stir up trouble and then solve it for himself. He's also a liar. Match pump? Oh, huh. I was reading the translator note, sorry. What can I say? I put myself in an unnecessary position. The companions of the heroes should have pointed all these out. Now from my place, Moriyasu raises his hand and declares, the opinions from my companions are as follows. Ren is cold, Itsuki is holding back, and Naofumi is out of the question. That's so simple. Ren, you being cool is a good thing, but it would be better if you think about getting to know more people and befriending them. Itsuki, you should step it up as a hero more. Naofumi, as for you, that's the opinion of someone firing an attack magic at me from behind, you know. I will act as confirmation of that, Degojaru. Since former Princess Bitch has designated Hero of the Shield Dono as her own sworn enemy, her remarks have no meaning, Degojaru. Understood. With a light-hearted feeling, the complaints of Moriyasu's companions have ended. Next is me. Ren raises his hand and says, Moriyasu, my companion's opinion on you is, for what reason are you fighting? I heard that you were a serious skirt chaser. Next is Itsuki. You are holding back. Naofumi seems to have no problems. Why is there nothing on Naofumi? What do you mean by that? You're saying is that if I will cause problems wherever I go. I did cause some, though. No, those guys watched Naofumi fight and said, here the shield Sama is very reliable. It is not my opinion. Rather holding back, huh? You are cutting way too many corners. Moriyasu and Ren brought to the light the issue of Itsuki cutting corners on a daily basis. That's not it. I'm not just concerned about not standing out. Concerned about waiting for your companions to be in a pinch? That was one of the reasons Raftalia got angry. That's terrible. I can agree with Raftalia-chan about getting angry when you produce drama. Moriyasu takes advantage of the situation and calls out Itsuki. You did something similar, too. That's why I said that wasn't it. However, you still are a liar. Yeah, looks like it. Please quit over it already. Itsuki interrupts with a half-crazed feeling. But I told him it was the consequences of his own actions. Now then, it's your turn last, Itsuki. My turn. What does Moriyasu fight for? You even tried to pick up women from my side. Ren-san, what about you? You laughed and went to fight alone. Furthermore, I heard that Naofumi-sama was selfish. Naofumi-san was selfish and cruel. They were a group of people who could only think about justice. Their manners on the hunting ground were also bad. Shadow, have you already investigated? Yes, I have, Degojaru. Here the Bo-Dono's companions were extremely self-assertive, Degojaru. They blackmailed other adventurers and monopolized demons. They were also a bunch of other problematic behaviors, Degojaru. Speaking of which, in internet terminology, you were mobbing demons by attacking first. I'm warning you. Ren takes advantage of the situation and warns him. Right, this time it's Ren, huh? What is that? It is impolite in net games to intercept a demon that someone else is trying to fight, explains Moriyasu. You shouldn't be relying on that kind of thing. That was already explained in the beginning during our island tour, since it would cause an uproar that we don't need. To be frank, your legitimacy as a hero was damaged. I supplement with my own input. When pointed out by all the heroes, Itsuki had no choice but to withdraw. I understand. Those hero companions saw Itsuki's conduct and learned from that. Well, I'll keep Naofumi-san's selfish advice in mind. You're the worst. Though it's Itsuki's turn, he badmouths me. Well, I had it coming. I say, Moriyasu-san, what is up with you? Did you not pick anyone up? I thought so too. Don't you already have women? Yet you guys are peeping at the ladies' bath like it's a manga. Though I resent Itsuki, Ren, and Moriyasu, didn't you guys think it would be bad and stop while peeping? Ah, man. Isn't it a man's duty to chase after girls? I do not regret it. When you say it like that, it feels like you're praising yourself. In a sense, he's great. There is a sense of defeat when he just comes out and seriously declares he wants to make a harem. This is unproductive. Let's stop it. While looking at our cold expressions, Moriyasu decides to stop it with a refreshing smile, since you understand and say that it's useless. Now then, the main subject of the information exchange between heroes will start now, Degojaru. Degojaru-yo. When Shadow decides to move on, everyone fell silent. Perhaps their habits of concealing themselves will be dealt with here. Now, Fumi-san, why don't you start speaking first? Why me? I came to this world without any of your background knowledge, you know. Nevertheless, your companions are unnaturally strong for their levels. This could also be related to that abnormal shield you possess. That's right. I would also like to hear that story first. From the beginning, that child, Raftalia, and that demon named Fido are unnaturally strong. Right, the strength of Raftalia-chan and Fido-chan are so remarkably dependable. Is this their purpose? That means Raftalia and Fido didn't let these guys know about their growth at the Curse series. If I simply speak about it, this should be it. If I speak about it, can you guys compensate me with information? What? In such a situation, with this much recognition and materials, I can negotiate plenty with my opponents. Did you guys assume that I'll just give up all my information just because you caught on I'm hiding it? How about it? You guys called the shield a weak job and cut me off without teaching me anything. Even if I tell you guys the secret of my strength, there is no guarantee that you guys will tell me. This is necessary. Do you understand? There was nothing in particular to teach. Look at the help section. Well, I certainly didn't talk in detail. Each one of them answers awkwardly. In my case, didn't you guys say nothing? The self-proclaimed cool one just told me to look up the help section. Are there efficient hunting grounds in the help section too? Your expressions all look like they want to draw information out of me. However, with those attitudes, you won't be hearing any stories. It is a fact that during negotiations, both parties are equals. It is also a rule of negotiating to be able to dominate the atmosphere. Right now, the atmosphere in the room is that if they want to hear information from me, they must also speak. Will you guys still push forwards even after I added this one element? Oh, right, by the way, it is impossible for shadows to grasp any secrets of your power. That's right, Degojadu. It is impossible for us to fully grasp how strong each respective Hirodono will become, Degojadu. Just like you guys have a habit of hiding yourselves, I do too. The time has come for us to speak unreservedly. Ren clicks his tongue in vexation. Before, during the last wave, you guys already lost once. If that was handled poorly, you guys would have died. What are you saying? That was a battle event. We were meant to lose. Huh? No, if us heroes or our companions are defeated, we will be carried off to the hospital. We will not die. There is divine protection. That surprise fight against the Pope was evidence, and we were carried to the hospital. What the hell are you saying? Are their heads okay? You were rescued by us, Degojadu. What are you saying, Degojadu? Sometimes heroes of the Shield Dono says words I cannot understand, Degojadu. What kind of thing is it, Degojadu-ka? Shadow speaks in an unusually perplexed voice. I have the same opinion. These guys, right now they are declaring, we are immortal, we will not die no matter what, opening. Tentatively, I defeated the one you guys weren't able to beat. We can defeat you, no Fumi-san, who has a weak job easily. What are these guys saying? Revival at the hospital after defeat? Does this feel like a game? Do you guys seriously call that a battle event? So, even though they lost, they didn't count it. Though my job was mocked as weak, I feel no anger at all. This is... Since it doesn't matter, continue talking. It doesn't matter. Whether or not these guys treat this as a game... Oh, shit. Something is very dangerous. They need to rethink their consciousness immediately. You guys know this isn't a game, right? There is no way to return if you die. That's why we have divine protection. Indeed, that's right. This isn't working. It's useless to continue talking. Right now, the sense of impending crisis can compete for the top of second worst problem ever since coming to this world. Although I can see why they aren't cautious. I can do anything but adjust the conversation accordingly. Let's scratch what we have and start the review from the beginning. Let's start by discussing things you can get from the help section. Can't be helped. Yes, there's no point for us heroes to work against each other. Well, the results won't change. The answers these guys give sound like they already given up halfway. Anyway, let's inquire about the methods of powering up. Let's reassure my pace that was ruined by their ambiguous answers. Right, there is someone who lies, so let's pour our information together first. So if a lie is told, it can be spotted. Surely a hero of justice that will save the world and keep the balance won't just lie. Am I right, Itsuki? I did not tell any lies! I wonder about that. Lying feels awkward. Am I right, Ren? Ah, yeah. Liars are hated by women. Am I right, Moriyasu? That's right. Something like this. By building a premise of sealing off lies, we can start our discussion. Off the top of my head, I know that Ren dislikes anything uncool. Moriyasu always takes a good look at women. Itsuki is righteous. Well, that justice is also for self-satisfaction. In this situation where lying would equal being evil, it would be difficult to lie. If that is pointed out, it would be unlikely for false information to appear. Then Itsuki, you speaking about the most basics of basics is good enough. Why did the talk progress like this, Nofumi-san? I progress. Though Itsuki arches his eyebrows unpleasantly, turns his face to us and starts talking. The hero's weapons will unseal new skill trees. That's right. There was a game I played called Dimension Wave that had a skill tree resembled the one in this system, but the selections changed and it got bigger. It wasn't exactly the same? Yes, it was almost the same, but there are many weapons that I don't know of. Then that means he doesn't know all the information of the weapon. Certainly, if I know what the unsealed ability would do, I would know the effect of the shields from the demon system and slave system. After changing once, so when you change your weapon back before, the difference would still be there. The other heroes also nod. Tentatively, there are other changeable parts too. Don't get caught up in that now. Next is me. Ren raises his hand and speaks. This is a continuation of Itsuki's story. When the materials of a demon are absorbed and unsealed, equipment bonuses can be gained by equipping it. This is reliable information. It is something I do all the time. Well, this equipment bonus system is a little different from the Brave Star Online system that I was using. It's different? Yeah, the acquisition of skill points and skill levels are for skills. It means that even after equipping, it isn't available to use at any time. Well, it's certainly something that isn't too different from what I can agree with. Even in games that I played, your character got skill points to distribute, and in the game you can make your own character's original. What can I say? I don't think that I can acquire all the skills from the trees by releasing the shields. However, so far there's already a difference. Do these guys think it's the same as those games? That's right, I'm not wrong. Yeah. But us heroes are probably the only ones that can acquire all the skills. I see. Usually adventurers can only learn a limited amount of skills, but we obtain cheat-like powers due to the legendary weapons. Next is me. The weapon can copy another weapon from the same system. There is a weapon copy system. Huh? Yes, although this was a big difference, I was saved due to the strong weapons available. Right, we are heroes, such a thing can be done too. I think that everyone here understands that the assortment of goods in the weapon shop and the mercenaries in the capitals of countries Zibult are good. At Modiasu's words, the other two nod as if this was common sense. What is that? Oh, Zeltbull. Apparently he can actually just use any weapon by copying it, which is good, which is what he needs to learn, because then he can actually fight like a normal person.